How we doing? Welcome to Premeditated Bar. Got the bold Paul Pettigrew for Gamtalk. How we doing, my man?
What's happening, mate?
Cheers for coming, mate.
No,
Proud of you for
man.
making the journey. I'm not going to say where you came from in case you get a fine. You know what I mean? But fucking, how you doing today? Alright, mate?
Not bad, mate. Aye, not bad. Keeping busy.
Keeping busy and try to keep dry and all. Fucking fishing, done.
Try to keep dry, try to keep warm.
That's it, mate. I know, is that your own?
Close to us, aye. So
Aye, mate, fuck, you need to fucking wrap yourself in that thing, man. It's fucking, I think it's one of the energy saving fucking heaters. You know what I mean?
Right, it's good, mate.
It's a kicking the balls off a fucking rock and flint. You know what I mean, man? It's that fucking caveman shit, man. But aye, so tell us a bit about your background, man. Where did you grow up and that? Where did you come from?
Aye, so I lived in Port Glasgow, lived in the same house all my life. My
Nice
mum,
one.
my dad, I've got 2 older brothers, and then I've got a wee sister.
Oh, really?
So, aye, mate, it's basic life, man. Grew up playing football all my days, and then fucking end up playing at a half decent level for what my ability was anyway. I had none when I was younger, man, but I worked hard, mate, at football, you know what I mean? I was quite dedicated to it when I was younger. From about 13 onwards, I'd be out running every day after school and that.
Really, aye?
Aye, mate, I had my head set right on trying to do something in football, but I think I was trying to compensate the fact that I knew I was probably a bit behind people. I've never been in a better one at any team I've played at, but I probably went a wee bit further than like most of my pals and that was it, mate. Just fucking
Right, because you put in the time and
just
dedication.
work
that
hard,
thing.
mate. Aye, that was it, man. Just pure focused on it. School and that, mate. Went to local. I loved it, mate. Loved school.
How did you get on at school? How was your grade and
Mate,
stuff?
I was smart, to be honest, man.
Oh, really?
I didn't put in much effort at that, and I kind of end up scraping by a bit, but I get a couple of hires, like a couple of A's and that, do you know what I mean?
Oh, did you? Aye, nice one.
Did well, 3
When-
A's and a B or something.
When did you leave school?
I actually get
What
kicked
year?
out in start of 6th year, so 2013.
Oh, really? How that happened?
Fuck mate, I was just for show off, just always wanted to be
Jack
centre
lad.
of attention, man. Aye, but I tied like 2 doors together with a skipping rope, and then I don't know, there was a big kind of like everybody got all caught behind the doors. It wasn't bad or nothing. They all moved people back and they untied the doors,
Oh,
but they
was
said
it?
it was a fire hazard.
Aye,
man.
that's what that fire escape
Kicked out
was,
a
you?
few weeks now, and then I ended up my dad to be fought tooth and nail to get me back in. Got back in, but I was weeks behind, so just ended up leaving after that, man. Went worked with a guy local in my area, did a grass cutting and that. Fucking loved it, mate.
Aye.
Loved it, man. Cash in hand out. First job, earning money. But we were saving to go to Magaluf, so it's fucking
Aye,
brilliant.
was that straight right for school, right into
Right
that?
for school, mate. Aye, so I think I left kind of about February and started with him in March. Aye, mate. Every note I got, man, it got stuck right in a savings tin. Got to
Did it?
Magaluf, aye. Loved
So
it.
you were quite good with saving the money and that?
I actually was, mate. Aye, I mean, me and my wee sister, she's only a year younger than me. When we were young, man, we'd have a wee plastic tub, and any time my mum came home shopping, mate, we'd get £1 coins off you and fling it in this tub, saving up
Oh,
money.
really?
So
Aye.
for Sunday, it ended up with the problems I've got, man. I don't know
No,
how it
fucking
started.
It starts half good, man. I was kind of the same, though. I mean, I will say I was quite thrifty with money, no. I mean, I was good with counting it, man. Now I can count me fucking spending it, so I can do, you know what I mean?
Mate. I am definitely still poor now with money, to be fair, but getting a bit better with it.
Just getting a bit more fucking meticulous with it.
Aye.
So how did you, it's like your later years, when did you start fucking getting into your gambling and that?
When I was first time I gambled, I was 18. I had absolutely no preempted thoughts of gambling at all. No knowledge of it. Nobody in my family gambled.
Do you remember what the bet was?
Aye, mate, I went to a casino. Where it was we were going to a party on a Friday night, and me and my pal were ready dead early, and he's like, "You want to jump up to the casino first?" And I, hand over heart, I thought he was joking. I didn't even know you got casinos in Glasgow. I didn't know at all, mate. And we went up with £100, left with £1,000, and from there, mate, that was me. I was hooked. Went to that riverboat in Glasgow. But I remember, like, I was asking him, like, what do you do? Red, black, numbers. And I mean, I just done that with my whack, £100 on red, and people were like kind of looking as if what's going on there, and but I liked that again, just a fucking show off.
Aye,
it, mate.
just to be seen to be doing it, kind of.
Then when I left with that sort of money, man, it was good, because I went to the road. I was able to fucking my mum and that. I mean, not poor at that, but my mum and that. My dad did a business that struggled like fuck all the days, man. So money was it was rough at times. So being able to get in and say, "Mum, here a mortgage fucking payment, buy myself some clays, help my wee sister with her holiday next year," and that. It was good, but it just lured me into them false pretences. It was a way of making money.
That's
but
what
I was
they
hooked
say.
right away, mate.
That's what they say about with your first bet. It's like winning your first bet is probably the worst thing can happen. It sets that precedent. I
100%,
remember
mate.
The first bet I ever put on, I was about 16, and it was on, what was it on? Amir Khan was fighting a guy called Michael Gomez, right? And I just had this pure thought, Amir Khan to win by knockout in the 5th. So I put it on, I think it was like 90 fucking 1 or something, so I put a 5 on, so I did get 50 quid back. 5th round comes, Amir Khan leathers again, ref stops it. I got the bet in, I'm like, yes. And the next day it was during like the Euros, right? I think it was Spain was playing Italy. So I'm like, I went and get my winnings, pure buzzing, 16. Had to get my pal's mom to jump in and get it because I was too young. Fucking then she went in and got it and all that. Then I went and put on a draw, Spain and Italy a draw. Knew nothing about football, just another guess. Boom, 2 each. I'm like, I've got a knack for this, man. And then I went in and it was a snooker hall. It was in Falkirk. There was a boy's palace, so I was through there. I was in this pool hall. And it had a roulette machine in it, so I'm like, right, I've got the gift of gambling. Went in, fucking spunked every penny. To this day, I've never won a bet, so it's probably been a good thing, man.
Mate, I was on a winning streak that you wouldn't even believe it to start, man. Like I was getting to the point, my older brother Gary, and he's fucking savvy. He was into my money, and he was going like, "Hey, me here, if I give you 40 quid, you want to take that way and try to turn into 100 quid?" Nah, honestly, I mean, Celtic played Barca, and it was a night that Wanyama scored. We won 2-1. And I've just said I've just gave it away, but anyway, Celtic scored 1-2-1, and I had that on. I had Celtic to win 2-1.
What did you have on that?
A fiver, won about 450 quid or something.
Fuck's sake, man.
250. Me and my brother went like 250 each. So whatever it ended up, man. But I was like, fuck, I'll never lose this. I was genuinely starting to get a thing. I was like, maybe a wee part-time job now day.
I've been gifted with it, man.
Aye, it was bad crack, man. So it was.
So when did you what was the most you'd ever won at that point?
At that point, probably about £2,000 or something.
Was it? Aye. But was that just after one bet?
No, it was in a casino.
Oh, was it? Aye. So
I wasn't as big. I mean, I'd won a couple or two, but it was merry roulette that I loved. It was just a constant.
Was it the casino roulette or like the one?
Aye, yeah. So it started off in a casino. I'd go up every Saturday, and then once during the week, and then fucking it started with online stuff, but. I'd say I was hooked right away in a casino, and then once it starts getting that online everyday stuff, that's when I was gone. But I knew right away, man. I knew that. See, I always try saying, I don't know if this is true or not. It's just for my personal opinion. But as I said, like all my life, I'd played football. And, I mean, literally every day. Me and my older brother would leave school, go down, play football for an hour or two. My dad would come pick us up, get our dinner, and then we'd both go to training. Playing that, so it was constant. Then I get released from Morton. I was playing with them. And about the reserves and that, get released, and I just fell away for it. And I loved school, I know, man. So when you leave, I left like 2 giant holes in my life.
So it had to be filled somehow.
Mate, and it had to be filled by something positive. Like maybe I think if I'd started uni, or if I'd just get right back into football, but I was just gutted with it all. So then it had to be filled, and it was gambling.
That's just came just at the right time as well. The wrong time probably to say effect, know what I mean? Because you're 18, you're impressionable, you've left school, it's like, know what I mean, you stay like, as I says, when I was 16, you think like, I've got a knack for this, know what I mean? Because you hear about cunts that are professional gamblers, like maybe I've got a wee gift for this, man, but it doesn't, it might fucking go a bit, but it doesn't last long at all, man.
It does not, mate. I was probably a couple of months that I was winning that, maybe not even that, probably 2 months at most or something, and then I started getting downhill. So
how did it seem when you started losing? But was it were you losing, winning, or did you just start? Was it? No, I remember just going on. I couldn't win to save my life, man. Oh really? I remember there's like out the whole journey. There's wee kind of small parts that I can still actually remember vividly. And I mean, I get my SAS money in, so I'd started at college or something. Like 6 months after. What were you studying? Business. Always wanted to get into like business. Really? Brilliant. So I got into that and I get my SAS through. So I think at the time SAS was about £640 or something. And I got it in. I remember being in my dining room at the time, up late, sitting on the phone waiting for it to come in. And I'd spent it all. And I mind at that minute where I realised that I'd just spent a month's worth of money in one night, and I put my phone down. I was like, oh fuck, like what's going on here, man? Because that was me. I couldn't get to uni for the rest of the month because there's only so many times I can say to my mum and dad, I've lost my card, or my SAS ain't come in, blah blah blah. So and they know I'm talking shit. Telling them what you done?
No, I wasn't telling them at all, and they'd no clue. So I end up. That's a reason that I left. I mean, I've been to uni 3 times, and 4 times I think, and each time been kicked out or left because of gambling.
Really?
Aye, man. So that was probably one of the first signs I was like, fuck, this getting out of control. But aye.
Did you recognise that as a sign though? See when that was happening?
Aye. At that time I went like, that's not right, that's not normal.
So see for your first time, you says you put your first, obviously your SAS payment down, you're like, I've just spent all that. How was your thinking at the time? Was it a case of, right, I fucked it, or is it, right, I can get this back, I can make it back?
It was a case of, right, that was stupid, but I know I'll not do that again. But then you get to a point, and this is where, and I say to people, like, it can just get out of control so quickly gambling, like we're literally something like £20, because if you need to borrow money, then there's a gap in your finances somewhere that needs to then be made up. Mine was, say, £600. I had to get myself through the rest of the month. Now, being honest, I can't mind if I had borrowed money, or I think that's when I started getting into overdrafts. So then you get your next 600 odd quid, and you think, right, I need to pay this person back, which is what a normal person would do. They'd pay somebody back even half 1 month, half another, and try to get through the rest of the month. But my mindset was, right, I'll use this, win that money so that I can pay them back, and then still
I've got some for myself.
And then it just doesn't work like that.
And it just never
once.
And then I never get paid back. I could sympathise with that. Mine's, I was heavy bad with the gear, and see with the idea. Mine's was more, I was always reliable. See, I felt I was always reliable. See, tapping cunts money or taking cunts gear, then gaining the money back on when I say the gear in it. The odd time, maybe an extra week later, it was never any issue. And I started getting bad with it, man. It was getting to a point I knew I didn't have money coming in, but I was telling cunts what they wanted to hear just so I could get it. And then that's where you find yourself, you just start lying to people and all that shit. Then I took at one point I was looking at myself, I was like, what the fuck am I becoming here, man? Because I was like, I always looked at the cunts, see the big gear debts and all that kind of shit. I always looked at them like, fuck, man, how do you get yourself in that position? There was times I was waking up like, fucking hell, I'm in this position, know what I mean? You just try and block it out. But so then, as you say, obviously, you start paying, so did it just start escalating for there?
Aye, it was, I started off, so I was spending all the money I was earning, and then it got to a point where I was then, I applied for an RBS overdraft, and I thought, I'll have no chance here. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know what an overdraft really was. I wasn't savvy in that way, you know what I mean? I was alright school-wise, but I wasn't, see, like, actual proper skills like that, like money and banking and things like that, I had no clue really, to be honest. Applied for an overdraft for the RBS for £1,000, and I got it, and I was like, what the fuck, man? And when that was gone.
What age were you at this point?
18.
Oh, you still 18 at this point? So was this all happening in a pure short space of time?
My whole story, man. Somebody funny enough messaged me all day like that. What age are you now? I was like 24. Oh, fuck's sake. I didn't really. I thought your story was about kind of 10 year long. I was like, no, I feel about 40. So people ask you, really? Honestly, I feel like I've just, it has fucking aged me, man. I swear to God.
Definitely the mental toll it has on you, because it's the fact, you know, it's like I can fucking sympathise with that, seeing your old cunt's money, and it's like one of the ones in your heart of hearts, you're like, I don't want to be letting these people down, but at the same time, you know, as you say, you're just trying to.
See, I say as well, man, like, there wasn't one day between I was 19 and 20, I'll not exaggerate, but there wasn't one day where I woke up and didn't have a text about owing money. Aye. Sometimes it was 2 and 3 a day, and I used to just, fucking like talking to my dad and that about it. I was like, look at what I'm dealing with here. Like, this is a stress. My dad, he's good with words, man. He said I was always strung out like a piano wire. I was just constantly fucking on edge. But living like that, fucking horrible way to live. Like, I'll be debt free in like a couple of months for now. But that's took me fucking years.
So you're still paying it to this day?
Still paying it to this day, mate. But see, when I like finish paying that back, I'll never borrow a penny again in my entire life.
That's the lesson learned.
Aye, man.
It's good that you've learned it at such a young age, you know what I mean? But see, when you're saying, obviously, your dad was saying you were stressed out and that, so obviously, did they know at this point it was an issue?
So they, and this is a problem with.
At what point did they find out? When did you tell them?
This is a problem with a gambling addiction. That's why that's what I'm doing, but obviously I'll go into that. But it's just, there's no physical symptoms really, do you know what I mean? You can hide it for so long. So I'm on it. So my older brother, he's alright with me hanging this, but he's always struggled with it, drugs and drinking that all the days. So I grew up knowing what addiction was, do you know what I mean? When I was younger, me and my wee sister, man, I remember it was shocking. You never really think about it until you're older, but he'd come in the house causing fucking chaos when he was drinking. Nicest guy in the world to, and then
drink. Just to drink once he didn't get hold of him a different person.
He's a lunatic, man. But being like 5 and my wee sister, like we shared the same room at the time. I'd be sitting like that with my hands over her ears when we were younger, so you can't hear it. And I look back and I think, man, that's fucking weird. When
that's heavy, innit, man?
You're that age. So I knew all about addiction. That's why I've never touched like hanging of drugs in my life.
Oh, have you not?
Never once. No, even like people don't even offer me any more like about it.
You're just that known like, listen, he's no so into that.
You know, for me to have then fell into some form of addiction is quite kind of ironic. But sorry, in terms of my mum and dad and that, they knew that, I don't really know how exactly they found it. I think maybe the fact that I was like borrowing money from my brothers and sisters and that, and they were going like, what's Paul needing all this money for, and it kind of started to come about. And then leaving the house every Saturday morning, I was saying I was going to walk with Doug, or I was going running, whatever, I was going to the bookies. After a while, people started saying, oh, I seen Paul in the bookies, and they clicked on, but I still wasn't ready to admit it, still denied it.
So did they even know you were gambling at all at this point, or did they, as far as they were
aware? When I got there about 19, I knew.
Aye, but see, when you were saying going for walks and that, did they know, right, you liked an odd gamble?
No,
to them, as far as they knew, you weren't even fucking bothered.
I remember getting down with a hanging of money like $1,000 and saying to my mum, here, I got on a quid, and she's like, where the fuck you got it from? And I was like, I went to a casino, and she's like, you need to be careful up there and whatever, and gave me a wee bit of a lecture, and I walked away in the kitchen like, fuck's sakes, and then handed her a cut on a quid, fucking still
ungrateful.
Aye, man. And obviously I should have listened as always, but they didn't know it was a problem at that point. But it was, I always say to people, it wasn't, and this is the main thing, it wasn't a financial perspective that they picked up on it. It was a complete deterioration of me as a person. Like, see, when I was younger, sounds a bit cringy that, but see, in school I was popular and I was happy. I was always fucking like that. So
full of beans,
mate, whatever. I was always happy about my house and smiling and joking. So see, when you then turn into a complete shadow of yourself, man, like couldn't look people in the eyes, couldn't have a conversation. I was always miserable, staying in every weekend when all my pals were out because I had no money and all that, man. They knew then that something was going on.
Just couldn't put their finger on it.
I couldn't put their finger on it. I don't know if maybe just because it's more common for it was drugs or something. But then they soon realised it was gambling. Again, I don't think there was ever really there wasn't a me pure coming out and saying this is what it is. I think they chipped away until I was like, I
just eventually admitted it, just didn't, because it's one of the ones admitting it to them, it's kind of, if you're admitting it you're non-die, you're having to admit it to yourself.
Aye.
And it's overcoming that barrier. But see, obviously your pals and that at the time, did they know if it was an issue?
They knew. They knew because I was borrowing money for them.
So you're borrowing off them?
Borrowing money from them. This is shock. Like, this is the things that I always say, like, beyond money, things that I can never get back. Like, see, I'm at a night suit that I missed on. They all went to like parties after it, or houses and that, right? And I always missed out on the best times, because literally, see, a Saturday night, I'd go maybe get a pint or two. It wasn't that big on a drink at the time, because I'd get a taxi from Port to the Riverboat Casino. Like, I knew if I was going out, I'd need 80 quid, because it would cost me £38 to get from here to the casino and 38 quid back. Do you know what I mean? I'd need to keep back. That's fucking bad stuff. Me and one of my pals, he was quite bad at the time and all. We got a taxi up to the casino on Christmas Eve. I look back now and I think Christmas Eve, people are in the house spend time with our family, and I'm fucking trying to go to the casino, and we got up there and it was shut.
Oh, was it? Aye. Fuck's sake, man.
Aye, mate. So every weekend I was going, and I was always in the bookies, man. Me and a couple of my pals would meet in the bookies at kind of 3 o'clock every single day religiously, and I don't blame them at all, man. Like, a couple of them since I've started all this, like, came to me and them kind of drunken heart to hearts. They're like, I'm so fucking gutted I didn't just come and say to you, but I was probably at one of my mates where, like, I'd probably be more likely to approach them about something like that. But it's a hard thing to do, isn't it? One of your pals is something up, do you know what I mean?
Aye, definitely it is. It's trying to open up about something, and plus and all, it's all about admitting it to yourself. And that is what they say, one of the first steps of any addiction is admitting it to yourself. 100%. And it sounds simple and you think, aye, but see, once you're in that position, it is, because you deny, you don't like to admit it to yourself. It's like, as if you're like
a sign of weakness, isn't it?
Aye, that's exactly, the words right out of my mouth, mate. It's like a sign of weakness kind of thing. But aye, so just need to check my. So right, at what age were you at this point then? See, when it was getting it to your what were you at one point? You were like, right, this is getting fucking bad.
Between like 19 and 20, I was not right bad.
How much debt were you in at that point?
But started gambling when I was 18, and a couple of weeks after my 19th birthday, I was in about 32 grand.
Fuck's sake! So was that just all kind of different people? Was that including banks and that as well?
Like $2.5 grand the RBS, $2.5 grand fucking payday loans, borrowing money for people, fucking all sorts, mate. It was fucking bad, man.
How was it? See the people you're borrowing money off? What were they saying? Was there any? Did you ever get any bother or anything?
I get leathered one night. I get smacked in the back of the head by a bat and fucking stabbed the belly with a cut right through my jacket, my t-shirt, and that. I still got like a kind of scar there. A guy smashed his way back. I had a pair of earphones in. I thought, honestly, mate, I thought a fucking ball went off. And,
really? Aye.
Aye, on the deck, one of them kind of pinned his rune and stabbed at my belly and pulled. And see, at the time, I couldn't even tell. I remember, and I remember writing a Facebook stat as if I was a pure victim at the time. Like, oh, fucking jumped that for nothing. But it was money. I owed money. Somebody offered me away. I mean, not probably to that degree, a couple of grand, but it was, I don't know what I talk about one person, but it was somebody I used to kind of be close with, and it was one of their cousins, and they says to me, they'd heard that I was in a wee bit of debt at the time, just to like family and mates, and like, listen, I'll give you, like, you can imagine the line of work they're able to hand that, I'll give you, don't worry about it, pay me back whenever. Then it got to a point I just couldn't pay him back. And they're like, you're going to get what's coming to you, and I did. And I deserved it. Do you know what I mean? I fucking deserved it. But I got a bit of bother that way. But see, to be honest, I took him kickings all the time over the mental fucking stress it caused me. I
know, because it is. It's one of the ones, the physical, you think to yourself, see the mental aspect of it, you're waking up and it's all your mind is focusing on. It's like, it's pure anxiety it causes you, see when you go out and that kind of thing. That's what it done for me anyway. It was waking up in the morning, you get like 5 seconds, I like kind of, right, then you be like, fucking hell, I'm in a cunt a position, and then it's on your mind before you go to bed at night. With me, I felt I was obviously on a lot of come downs because I was smashing the gears, so I was like, fucking hell, but I suppose it's the exact same with yourself, know what I mean? You're like that, because you're looking at yourself and it's like, it's all the people see people that's loaning you money and that, or maybe taking you, it's all people that's trusting you to get it back. So
care about them,
because it's people it's not as if it's some mad dick you don't like, it's all like your close pals or maybe family and that kind of thing. That's the extra bit. It's fucking, it hurts you as well.
See, thing is as well, like when I look back, man, I mean, as much as I say to people now, you just need to come clean. You need to just be honest with people and say, listen, this is the situation I'm in, I'm going to chip away at debt, I'll get you paid back. I'm not going to give you an exact time, but I will get you paid back. That's the right approach to take. But when you're fucking young and immature and you don't realise and you don't want to let people down, I mean, I'd like, say one day I owed one person £50 and another person £100, another person another £100, and I was sitting there with like 40 quid. How the fuck else am I going to be able to pay somebody back? The only way I'm going to get all their money is winning a coupon or winning on a roulette machine in the bookies. So
rather than getting paid, it was just right back fucking.
But I look back now and I was thinking, well, working with my dad at the time, I was getting probably £150-200 a week, something like that. I could have chipped away at it, but it was just, I was making excuses to gamble. That's all I was doing. Do you know what I mean? I could have paid it back, but I was making excuses for myself to just continue gambling. When I look back now,
see what you're saying about it's one of the ones that is it's best being straight up with people, because that's what people want to hear. It's honesty, but it's one of the ones you're at this point. Feels if you're letting people down, you want to kind of know, but at the same time it's like you don't realise you're letting them down by telling them like fucking one thing and doing another. I like to use the phrase, you promise the world then give them an atlas. That's it, mate. Know what I mean? It's true, know what I mean? But so see, obviously when you started the Gamtalk, were you still gambling at the time, or had you, so when did you decide, right, when was it kind of the breaking point you were like, right, this is the fucking stop?
21.
So has this been going on for your 18th year?
Aye, and then I just, a couple of things happened, fucking end up with, like, the state my life was in was basically, I wasn't playing football anymore at all, which nobody that knows me would have said that been happening. Wasn't playing football, wasn't in any sort of work or education or nothing, all this debt, miserable. I was going with a lassie for a good few years before that, finished with her, fucking everything, man. That people always ask me when I do sort of things, like something for a paper, that it kind of went like a big magic moment where I went, oh no, fuck this, and it's like something that I filmed.
The turning point?
Aye, it wasn't for me, mate. It was just, I think I was just completely and utterly sick of it, and I was like, ah, right, I need to sort this out, or I'm going to end up dead. I need to sort this out, and didn't get better right from there. But it was about kind of August time when I was 21. I was like, ah, right, I mind going to the doctors. And mate, I nearly get sectioned in that. Do you know what I mean? I was fucking.
But was that through this? What was it? What, just your mental health was in tatters?
I went to a pingy with doctors, and my mom came to a doctor's appointment. I was 21, maybe. Do you know what I mean? And she was sitting there, and I don't mind a single thing about talking to that doctor. I don't mind. My mum's like, you just weren't even there. Like, she was doing all the talking, and I wasn't even there, man. I was just, my mind was everywhere. I couldn't focus on one thing. It was debt, gambling. It was fucking horrible. Aye. So he's like, if you just completely try stop, you're going to get right off your nut. You'll get right off your head, you'll end up suicidal, so try cut your way back. I was like, that sounds. So 7 days, that's the way I actually had to cut down for 7 days, fucking every hour that I was awake, if I had the money to do it, down to 6, down to 5, down to 4, I think I got down to 6, then fucked it the next week, then had to start again. It got to a point where about Christmas time of that year, so 3 or 4 years ago or something, 3 years ago, I
2017, 2018?
18, aye. No.
End of 2018 or end of 2017?
End of 2017, right. 2018. End up I just got to that point where I'd get down to nothing a week. It was on like 27th of December or something. I was just like, right, fuck it, that's me now. And just stop. But it was hard. I always say now, and I'll be honest, I couldn't do it again. Like, see if I ended up in a, say for a month, ended up gambling again, I would never get back out yet. I'd be dead. I couldn't get through that again.
It's so easy to fall back in. Do you ever see now? Do you, what, is it one of the ones you can't go near a bookies or anything like that? Or is it just, it's not you can't go near it, you just make sure just to keep yourself away from that? It's kind of high risk.
I was for like a year and a half to a year, but I could stand in a bookies now. Or the only time I've did it, to be fair, is I did a week like sleeping on the streets. So in October there, raised money for like charity.
Oh right, so was it a charity thing then?
I did that, and the Scotland game was on. So I went in the bookies and stood and watched it just for a heat night and all, and I mind just looking about, and I was like, it was a good feeling. I was like, I'm not tempted to gamble. Do you know what I mean? It was a good feeling, man.
You just built your self-confidence up to that point. It's strange to say, let's see, December 2017, that's kind of me stopped. 2017 when I was heavy bad with the gear. It was 2017 into 18, man, but it's funny, aye. But it's not funny, but it's like, obviously coincidental. But so when did you start getting the idea to start doing Gamtalk then? What kind of led you into
that? Right away, man. So as I said, I stopped going with that lassie. I wasn't going out anymore. I thought all my pals hated me. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was the way it was, but my head was just a wreck. They just didn't know what was going on with us. Do you know what I mean? They always stood by us, but it was just like, it was like a wee project. I just thought, right, I want to get into this, and I always say this. I don't think my dad actually properly believed that I was going to do it, but I think every day we'd sit in front of a laptop with fucking notepads and that out, and I think he just knew that it was helping me get over it. Do you know what I mean? It was just help focus my mind.
It was taking your mind off like everything else. Know what I mean? For all you know, it's like, right, it's your focus.
But I knew I didn't know that I wanted to do it. I just went about it all wrong at the start. Like I had no social media, no nothing. I was still really raw and kind of just got over.
I still quite. I
wasn't ready. I'm so glad it didn't work out. Like, things always happen for a reason. I'm glad it didn't, because I wasn't strong enough to go and do it yet. Because since then I've had fucking challenges, and I've had times where, like, kind of within a year after I'd stopped, where I was like, I didn't gamble, but I was like still pure down. I had a lot of guilt to go and deal with. That was my biggest thing. Guilt fucking crippled me, man. So I had to go and deal with all that, and now that it started off, I'm fucking, it's going alright.
Brilliant, man. I understand what you're talking about. It's like the fucking aftermath of it. It's like one thing getting rid of the addiction and all that, right? Now I need to go and deal with all the fucking wreckage that I fucking left.
It was like a 3-year hangover I had to fucking deal with, man. It was fucking unreal. I had to just admit what was going on with me. I didn't go and write a big fucking social media post like, I'm addicted to gambling or nothing. I didn't want sympathy.
I didn't want to make it as if you're looking for sympathy.
But I remember individually literally messaging people, like pals to start with. So some of them, I got them to come pick me up, and they're like, you're right now, and I just apologised for fucking years. And there was other people that just, out with my friend group, whatever, say I owed money or something like that, I'd hurt maybe like somebody in their family or something like that, and I just apologised to whoever I felt deserved one. And even a simple thing like that made me feel a bit better. And then, mate, it was a fucking rebuild.
How was people's reception? When you were apologising, was everybody dead right, like happy you were apologising, or did anybody?
Since I've said sorry to people, and even before then when I said, listen, I'm sorry about this money, but it's going to take me a bit of time, not once have I had a fuck's sake or nothing negative, mate. It's been all positive.
People have been dead understanding.
People respect honesty, that's what it is.
That's it, mate. It just shows you how far honesty goes. No, I mean, I can heavy sympathise. I get back to when I was like that. No, I mean, I was going through all these stages of bullshitting people, then I was just like that. It was strange. I owed a couple of people, like a couple of fucking up to nearly a grand odds, you know what I mean? A few of them between a couple of people, and it was strange, man, because I was always intending to pin them back, but it was like, right, I hadn't been in touch with them, so I was like, fucking. How much? Because it was one of the ones I hadn't seen them since I owed them it, so it was like a case of, right, fucking, how's this going to go? And it was weird. In the 1 week, one guy got a hold of me, like fucking somebody ended up getting my number,
Although somebody messaged me saying he's looking for your number, I was like, listen, there's my number, listen, I'm at work now, I'll get a holding, promise you. Then a few days later I bumped into another guy, I just bumped into two of them, couldn't have been nicer, and I was just like, listen, I know I fucked it and I've fucking done you bad, know what I mean, but listen, I'm fucking been straight up, I'll square you right up, I'll give you this and that and all like that. They were even like that, listen, just give you something every week, and I done that, know what I mean, and it was just showed, and it was like, I was the same position yourself, everybody was just fucking, they were dead welcoming, know what I mean, and they've been well within their right to been because I fucking, in your position, know what I mean, you were probably in touch, I was kind of patching cunts to a degree, know what I mean.
I was as well, it's shocking, but see, the thing is, like, I genuinely, I wouldn't do that, something like that, it's a pure scumbag move, like, see, borrowing money if you're intending on not paying it back, like, there won't be a penny that I won't give back. I don't give a, I'm not hanging about money and I don't give a fuck about, like, as long as I don't owe anybody money, that's all I'm going to care about. That's a
fucking pure weight off your mind. That's how I felt as well when I paid it. But it was like, it's like, see as well. It wasn't a case that I was like, right, try to get it off him because I wasn't intending paying back. I was always kidding myself on like, right, I've got a week to get this. I'll get it. I'll figure something out. And then that week came and then it was fuck all there. Some weeks maybe, I don't know, I'd maybe get some money off something and it would be like right result, then it's like probably seeing with the gambling you were winning, then like I'll get a win or something like that.
That's it, mate, you're always chasing that big win to clear all your debt, and it got to a point where I thought, fuck, I'll need the fucking lottery or something here, do you know what I mean?
You need, and you pure think to yourself, you're just like, money just appeared in my bank one day, you've got all the mad
fans. You know, one time I still get a picture of it on my phone. I've been trying to dig it out for about a month, but when I used to go with that last 8 years ago, we always used to put a lottery on every Saturday night. I swear on my mum's life, I put a lottery on. It was the national one, so I think that's like a Friday or something like that. But national lottery on a Friday, and I get 5 out of 6 numbers.
Fuck's sake, what did
you win? I only got £1,100. See if I'd get one more, it was like 3.8 million. I still looked back in and went like, aye. Fucking give up, do you know what I mean? But I looked like, fuck it, I'd
see, to be honest, I would have done, mate.
I'd have spent every bit.
I know, because it's one of the ones you could fucking get, because imagine if you did win 3.8 million, but fucked it in gambling, you'd be like, fucking hell.
It'd be off, man. That's something I look back on, I know, man, like, I wouldn't compare addictions in any way. Well, I can't, because I can't relate to like drugs or an alcohol problem or that. But if I'd been addicted to any of them, something that's got actual physical implications, I'd have been dead. 100%. If I was just that into it, I'd have been fucking dead.
Because as you say, it's filling that void. See, as you said, we're football in school and that kind of thing. And you do see human beings, man. You need stimulation. You need to be doing something. So as we go back to when you started the Gamtalk then, so you were saying at the start, like, it didn't really work out well when you started that?
It wasn't even called Gamtalk at the time, it was me, it was fucking 21-year-old me, still hurting, recovering, going and asking these guys to let me go in schools and talk to Wayne's, and I think they just looked at me like, come on, you need a bit more. When I actually got it up and going this year, I did an interview for Youth Football Scotland, and a guy was meant to message me, right, it was meant to go out on a Sunday morning, so me and one of my pals were coming down the motorway for Nando's Saturday night. Heard my phone pinging, but I didn't look at it. And then I looked down, 10 minutes later, he's like, hi Paul, that's the interview up now, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, fuck. And I flapped, because this was me literally coming out to like everybody in my area.
So this is the very first time you'd ever put yourself out there like that?
I was like, fuck. So I went on and I was shaking, man. I just wrote a stupid post. I've still never read it back. I don't even want to go and look at it. Stuck it in my Instagram, man, and it just, boom. Heavy.
Just blow up,
everybody's like, I can't believe it. That was what you went through, and I'd never expected it for you and all that stuff. And just, mate, I genuinely haven't had a negative message yet.
Really?
Mate, his support has been fucking unbelievable. And so it just kind of took off here like, on social media wise, and people sharing this stuff everywhere, and people got behind it. As like I was talking to him before, it's I guess just a bit kind of, I wouldn't go as far as to say like niche, but nobody's really doing it about gambling, are they?
And it's not even there's probably is a few gambling, but there's no social media ones I've noticed.
And there's no, what I wanted to do different was, it's not a service to, like, well, I mean, I've gave advice and support to somebody that's struggling with gambling, but I don't ever say like I'll solve this problem. Like, I'm not in a professional capacity to do that, and you're taking somebody's life in your hands that way. I would never do that. Mine is prevention. But I think that's the best way to deal with anything, man. Like, we went through school, there's a few of my pals that were struggling with gambling and just never get spoke about at all. We get told not to smoke, don't take drugs, don't drink. None of them have got a problem with drugs or drink or smoke, but got away with gambling.
Because I think with the gambling, it's like, I don't think people, unless you've been in that situation, I don't think people take it as seriously as drugs, because they go you end up with a drug addiction, you can you'll ruin your life, you'll end up fuck this and that, or drink, it'll ruin your body with gambling. I think people don't take it as it's actually right, it's actually
bad. It's just like a financial problem. You might get yourself in a wee bit of debt and that, but fuck man, the debt was the least of my worries. I hated everything about myself, and looking at myself in the mirror, and I fucking hated who I was. And it was genuinely, I got to a time where I was like, it's a pure weird feeling to try reflect on, but I don't mean to try to be dramatic or that, but I mean just actually thinking to myself, I'm fucked, I'm never going to do this. Like, just accepting that, right, I'm going to end up making a mistake that's irreversible and I'll be off. I look back and I think that's fucking sad that somebody 21 was even thinking like that.
That just shows you the kind of state of mind. It sounds like a depression, you know what I mean, to get in, because it seems that kind of, it's like a state of mind, man. It feels as if there's no escape for it, you know what I mean? It seems so hopeless, you know what I mean? It's
when
like
you're doing something you hate, do you know what I mean? Probably really
I know, it's like, it's hang me, it's like your, what is it, your fucking, I forgot what it's called, your self-esteem. Self-esteem just fucking went down, you know what I mean? But so see, obviously when you're doing the Gamtalk and that, see, do you have many people like, coming out to you, like maybe messaging the page and going like that?
Yeah, I wrote something the other day, I can't remember the exact number, but it's been up probably about 10 since then. But since I started it, at the start of September, I've had about 360 odd different people message like that. Do you know how you can help? You know how you can give some support? And I'll just start them all by saying, like, listen, I'm not a professional, but here's my advice. But and that's only people that are willing to come to me, do you know what I mean? But it's people in all walks of life, older guys, people that are 16, couple of footballers, people, all sorts, man.
So how does that feel? Obviously you're only 24 yourself, you're still young yourself. How does that feel having guys with like older guys, maybe like families that have got, you know what I mean, that have lived all like double your lifespan? How does that feel when I'm asking you for advice?
Particularly ones I know as well from my area, I always find it a bit harder because I actually know them and I know probably their families and their circles they run in. But anybody at all, particularly people that message me and they've got Wayne's and that, and they're like, I've just used her credit card, she's going to find out in the morning, and I'm like, man, fuck it. Sometimes I'll admit there is days where I go to bed and I'm like, wow, like, stressful, but one day to day all I can do is try fucking my best.
I know it's one of the ones that's you're managing to like use your experience to help people, man. It's definitely
it gets to a stage where like I can understand who is ready to be helped and who's not, and it sounds shocking, but like some guys will message me and they'll start off by saying, listen, I'm gambling every day, spending all my money, I'm miserable, I don't want to stop, I just want to cut down. I'm like, well, you're not ready, you're not ready yet, do you know what I mean? What you want to do is gamble all the time and win.
That's exactly it. You just don't want to lose as much money. It's money lands, it's not kind of really help you there, not I mean, to a degree.
And some people get pissed off when I say to them, like, I don't mess them back, like, you're not ready or anything negative. I just go, look mate, I don't think that's the right approach. I think, and I say, you really want to gamble and win. No, I'm fucking no, you don't understand, no, yeah. I'm like, look mate, I can only give you my advice. One thing I do is understand,
that's why I'm saying it, know what I mean?
But no, it's started to help them, and then schools, to be honest mate, I set a goal at the start, and I started in September. I thought, particularly with Corona and that as well, I was like, if I can get my first school within a year, I'll be fucking buzzing and get about 28 or something for this year.
So have you done 28?
No, I've got about 28 lined up for this year, and I can go in. I'm already doing 6 of them virtually in May, and then, but I don't really want to do virtually. I like being in front of people. It's hard to be engaging, I think, see, when you're not, because sometimes you get, mate, I know that I think Wayne's are stupid at it, but see, when I was going and doing it, I thought, it's going to be a case I'm just going to talk, they're not going to have a clue what I'm talking about, but hopefully at least they remember it. But they're heavy engaging as anything. Some of the questions I get asked are fucking brilliant.
Really, aye? Mate, so what kind of age groups is it, like primary school, secondary school?
No, secondary school, mate, so like kind of 13 and above. I've been asked to do a primary school and I got asked to do a couple of like under kind of 10 and 9 boys, but that just, it's not that I don't want to do them, and if somebody really asked me, I'd be like, right, look, I'll go and do it, but I'd probably try to turn it into more like a kind of self-esteem and confidence type talk, because I've seen like actual studies and that where people under the age of 12 find it hard to kind of understand what addiction properly is.
But does it make sense when you think about it?
Because I mean, even looking back to my brother, like, I used to think to myself when I was younger, I fucking love him to bits. He's probably got a pure soft spot for him because I know he's gets through all that, but I used to think, why do you not stop drinking? Why do you not just stop?
I
just
think it's that simple.
Younger, and then obviously get to the point now, but so it's just older people, make kind of like 13 and above. So I did my first school in October. That was brilliant, man. So that was second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, so I did it just across.
So it was like a kind of like assembly kind of thing?
Aye mate, they were in it.
So how did you feel doing that? Were you nervous?
Mate, I loved it, man.
Oh really?
That's my favourite part of the whole thing, mate. I fucking love it. Process it, see, getting in front and talking to people, it's brilliant, man. Because I think right away you've got that 30 seconds to capture their attention, and so you don't start getting fucking rubbers and that through at you. So you need to make sure that you're relatable, and but that's what I'm young enough to
that's
stand
the
in front
thing,
of
mate,
them,
you're relatable the minute they look at you, you know what I mean? Because you
and
imagine, see if they didn't say, right, we've got a guy coming in and he said really bad gambling addiction, you've got to talk at that. The first thing that flash your head, like a big 40 odd middle-aged guy at the end of his life, and you walk in, it's a bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah, so I just go in, mate, jump on that on stand, just give him my own stuff in, but don't get me wrong, it's not as if I just go and lax. I have pure worked on the stuff I've done for like a year odd before I start. If you're going to put your name behind something, you make it as best.
100%, you want to make it work.
Aye.
And plus as well, it's probably best that somebody like you is getting in to speak to them, because you're basically saying you basically just left school and kind of started gambling and like that. Like, when you're at that age, you always think, oh, it'll not happen to me, and that is the worst thing you can think, because it can happen to anybody. So it's probably good at somebody like yourself. So what's your goals for your Gamtalk then? What, have you got anywhere you want to take it? Have you got any set in motion of that? Any ideas?
As big as I possibly can, and by that I mean as many schools, as many youth groups, many young people as I can possibly get in front of. Like, I do have pure big aspirations for it. I don't hide that, you know what I mean? I think you should aim as high as you can.
Oh, aye, of course, man. Sky's the limit, mate.
Aye, mate. And then just try to get in front of as many people as I possibly can. The opportunities that are coming in now are brilliant, man. Are fucking wild. I think it was doing well. Like, people kind of, I'm not a fucking blowing smoke at mine ass at all, but I think like people just like the fact it's authentic. Like what you're doing that as well when I watch it, it's good, mate, because it's authentic. Like, you get some people and you think,
I know, mate.
I've been asked to go on one or two, and I would never name them or that, but I've been asked to go on one or two, and I've watched it first. I think it's a bit by your book. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit scripted and that.
I see, that's because, mate, I've kind of talked about learning lessons. See, just about all my life. I think a lot of people can relate. I've probably tried to be something I've known. And then in terms of, I suppose you come from like from schemes and that and all that stuff growing up, you kind of need to put on a kind of face. And I've done it for so long, just so many different times, and I kind of mean with ladies, I just end up I went through a stage, man. I felt like a pure transition. I was like, just be yourself. And I started realising when I was trying to be something I was it would never work for me, but every time I was being myself, it was fine. I was like, that's the way to be. Now I've kind of got that, and then see, when I was just thinking last night, see about times when I try to be something I wasn't, and I cringe at it. I'm like, man, fucking hell, and see the thought of doing that now, and I think, see, being authentic is the way forward, because people recognise it, and it's like, people can relate to it. See what you like to yourself, you're being authentic. It's like if people thought you weren't being authentic, then your full thing wouldn't work. It's the authenticity is what makes it what it is.
In the end, you might get away with it for a wee while, but people will see through somebody that's...
I know, you don't get away with it forever. It always come out in the end, you know what I mean? You'd as well being as straight up as you can.
So that's kind of what's making it work, man. I remember the first time in my room going behind a camera, because I'm not like that generally, do you know what I mean? I don't particularly like doing things like that, but I thought, right, because I had no talks coming up, I still had to keep building up with social media, and then in order to do it, so I was like, fucking sat and made it, put it up, and I didn't look at Instagram for a day, and I was I was so nervous, man. I've never been that nervous in my life doing things like that, and it just took off, mate. Did alright, did well, kept building, people liked it, people kept sharing it, and
I can relate to that, mate. See, when I first put my first video up on Facebook, I playing the guitar, man, I was like, I did. Just, it's putting yourself out there, I don't know, it's just, you've always got that mad wee thing in your head, like, fuck, putting myself out on social media. But I put my first video out and it was well to see, but I was the same as yourself, I was like, fucking put it and just flung the phone to fuck. You know what I mean? But now you're probably yourself, you're like, now it's just natural.
I've got a mindset now, fuck it, man.
You're out there now, people know what you're about, so you've got nothing to hide now, so you're like, fuck it, I may as well.
Aye, definitely.
But I was looking at your Instagram story the other day, I was seeing you were getting into cold water therapy.
Aye, mate, I did that, what was that? Monday, did that yesterday?
I think it was yesterday, maybe, don't know. But did you jump in the lock, or was it just in the back?
It was in a lock, mate. It was like, I think that's what it is. It's I just know it is a hell, I don't know
what was it, old water?
Old water, mate, and did it, because I'd seen it. I didn't see what's the famous guy does it on YouTube?
Wim Hof.
I hadn't actually seen him yet, but I'd seen a guy from my area, he's like a pal of mine, a boxer guy, and he's mad for all that stuff, fitness and that, and I seen him do it, I was like, I'm right into that, so I see just trying things like that. Went did it, mate, fucking loved it.
It's amazing, isn't it? See the difference it makes. I started, mate, I'm honestly, if you ask fucking any cunt, mate, I'm a pure preacher of this shit, mate. I feel like a vegan for this, but it's, I got into cold water therapy. I wasn't even cold water therapy, I used to just jump in a cold bath after I'd gone runs. Then I was like, I just started enjoying it, I just liked the freshness of it. And then after that, see when I was going for a hot bath, I was like, you're sluggish and shite. So then I just started getting cold baths, and I knew about Wim Hof, but I never really understood what it was about. And I started kind of looking into him and the breathing. Did you ever try any of the breathing techniques?
Aye, mate, did it yesterday. Aye,
did you? Did you do it with what? When
I had a YouTube video up.
Was it the Wim Hof breathing?
Aye.
Oh, mate, I do it every day, man.
It's
It's
good,
like, see, honestly, God, I try and shove it down people's throats because I know, I'm like, I see the amount of people are sceptical and you can forgive them for that, know what I mean? You're going and jumping in a fucking big bit of open water in the middle of January. I went down to one 2 weeks ago, I think it was the Darnley Dams with two of my pals, and I had to break the ice to get into it.
I said that one.
There was cunts walking their dogs and shit, and like, they probably think I'm off my nut, but honestly, God, see me do it, man, and it's like, I think, I've probably had anxiety in my life, but I don't know if she's smashing the gear all the time. I think that's kind of made it a bit worse. But see now she's doing the breathing with the fucking cold water, man, it's like fucking, my life's changed.
Mate, see all that, like, mentality stuff, I'm so into all that, man, anything that
I like, it's like the power of the mind, and that I feel as if, I don't know, like, see, I think you can change your brain's chemistry. See when you're sitting in a cold bath, you're forcing yourself. I think that makes you mentally stronger.
Oh, it does,
see
mate.
if you're in a cold bath, something that you're, and see every day, do you do it every day, aye?
No, I don't do it every day, I'll probably start. But
Because I get a cold bath every day, so I just, and it's part of my routine. A day I get up and I do the Wim Hof breathing, then I jump in the cold bath and I'm ready to take the day on. Honestly, God, man.
do you meditate?
Aye. I'll do the Wim Hof breathing and then I'll meditate maybe at night. I try and
start getting into that, man.
It's brilliant. It helps clear the clutter up in the head, I feel.
Aye.
You should try an app called Headspace.
I've heard of it, in fact.
It's like £10 a month, man, but it's worth it. It's like you just get, it gives you wee exercise. It's like basically a guy talking, and you'll get all different ones. You get ones for anxiety, one for go to sleep and all that kind of stuff. All sorts of
stuff. Need like pure build it up, or is it just kind of?
Well, like, you can start doing 5 minutes to 20 minutes, or as long as you want. Know what I mean?
Aye.
But it's just up to you, really. Know what I mean? See, depending on your time, sometimes. If I've got the time, I'll do the 20 minutes to enjoy it, it relaxes me, man. But see, if you don't get the time, 5-10 minutes. When I first started doing it, I was just doing 5 minutes in the morning. I did notice a big difference, and I fell off it. Then with the cold water, I started getting right back into it. Now it's a part of my routine. So a few times, if I've not done it, then I've noticed a big difference, and it's within a few days. It's like that, man. It does it. So you need to keep maintaining it. But as I was saying, see, every morning before I get up to jump in the cold bath, I'm honestly like that. No matter, I've been doing it maybe for best part of last year anyway, so I've done it a fair while, you know what I mean? Every day I'm like that before it. Fucking hell, I need to jump in this bath, and it's like sometimes I'm pacing up and down, but now it's just one of the ones I feel I've not got a shower in my house, it's just a bath, so I think that's a bit easier. I can just throw myself in the bath and I just sit there. But when I'm in the bath, I line it for 10 minutes a day. See, I get the mad motivational speeches you get on YouTube. You type in, it's like fucking Terry Robbins and all that. I put that on and lie and just breathe and just.
Why do we fall? You heard that one?
What?
Why do we fall? You heard that one?
I'm not
sure.
It's
like a mix of all different quotes. I've seen it really.
I think to be honest, I've went through that many, and it's all just. It's all just a mixture. You get somebody like Denzel Washington talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I just sit with that. I don't know if it is doing any benefit, but I'm like, right, surely this is going to get into some part of my brain.
Yeah, I think it does. I try. That's what I said. I put a story up yesterday, and I was like, I don't know if science behind it and all that, but I think say you go and try lift something right, and it's too heavy, and then you don't train, and then the next time you go try lift that same heavy object, you're not any stronger. How do you think you're going to be able to lift that? Do you know what I mean? Whereas like us, so the reason I don't just do that for nothing. The reason I do things like that is because if gambling ever then does, and I imagine it will come on me like a swarm at one point in my life, maybe I lose somebody, maybe something like that, I need to be ready for that. That's what it was. See, yesterday I was just dropped right down through the ice, and at first 30 seconds, man, my arms weren't moving, my legs weren't moving properly, and if you panic, you're fucked.
I seen you right that. So did you walk in it or did you just jump in?
So it's like there's like a kind of, it's like a ramp type thing out of water a bit. It takes you out probably about 10-15 feet.
Oh, so you're right on the water, so you need to jump in and swim back, can I?
Right. So it wasn't a long distance. I mean, probably about the length of the room to get back to the rocks, but it does go deep enough, like where your feet don't touch the ground. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just getting in, man. I'm just going to go in and you get down, and it is, man, it's all controlling your thoughts and your breathing that, innit? Because you're like, right, well, I was under and I was like, right, you need to get it up, and then you get it up and you're panicking and that, but aye, mate, things like that. I think, see if you don't ever try develop your mental strength, then when tough times come, man, you're not going to be ready for it.
You need to, man. It's honestly, God, it is. It's fucking part and parcel. It does. That's why I say to so many people, see a lot of my pals are going through tough times and that. I'm like, I try. I'm like, try it once and call me a fool if it doesn't work.
Aye.
And not once I've been caught a fool. See my people, and it's like, it's heavy snowballing, it's like taking off.
Aye.
I don't know if it's causing this lockdown, a lot of people are just looking for hobbies today, but there's a group, are you on Facebook now?
I use it occasionally, mate.
There's a group called Into the Deepest. I'll give you an invite, I'll add you on Facebook, and it's basically a guy called Jed Neal. I think he basically went and met Wim Hof. He's done a lot of online courses. He's basically quite clued up with a lot of stuff. And what today is, a lot of people just, it's the group and they'll set a meeting point like the Campsies at, that's up in Glasgow at like 10 o'clock. People just meet up there the day of the breeding and then just jump in the water. It's like a big group of people, so it's a lot of people can just turn up if they want. So there's a lot of people first time there, or a lot of people who's been there a few times, but they go there, they go to the Campsies, they'll have like a few meeting points. See, obviously for people there, there's Loch Lomond and all that, man, but aye, it's fucking...
Mate, see what you're saying, like people going through tough times and that. I don't mean that's not a bad way about MD, but I hear people that are going through tough times and you get an idea of their everyday routine and you think, well, fucking no wonder you're struggling. Like, you're getting up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're having a pizza for your lunch, you're not exercising at all. I'm not trying to preach to him because I've been that guy that's did that and now I look back and think I was miserable. But I need to, like, you need to give yourself every fighting chance you get. I get up early, which I hate doing. I have a bowl of porridge, jam, bananas rather than having a bacon roll, which I hate. It's shite. I do it. And then I'll exercise every day. You need to give yourself the best chance you've got.
Yeah, it's funny, man. And honestly, you don't realise how much these simple things like your diet and what time you get up affects your actual mood. See what I realised recently? I used to be a obviously I'd take a wee puff, fucking a wee puff, I enjoy a smoke. So see at night I'm like fucking eating all this shit, like 10 o'clock at night. Next day my head's up my arse. And it was only recently I've stopped. I've been trying, obviously, like trying fast, like a 12-hour fast. So I'm stopping at like 7, 8 o'clock at night and then making that like, my last meal. See the next day I'm fucking on top of the world. And you're like, ah, man, that's crazy how much, because I would have said I was times I'm like that, my head is fucking fried. Then I'm like that. Then once if I fucking also cut out what I'm eating about 7 o'clock, next day I'm brand new. I'm like, ah, oh my god, how much does that actually affect your mood?
Mate, big time. See, he's like top athletes and fucking pioneers of the world and that. There's no wonder they all follow a set routines. They get up early, they eat properly and they exercise. It's like staple parts of being healthy in the mind, do you know what I mean?
You need to fucking, honestly, good food's a good mood.
That's it.
But you need to, honestly, you need to be working yourself and it needs to be an everyday thing. But I feel as if I like to have a routine. See, when I get up, man, see if you get like right now in the lockdown, I'm fucking on furlough right now, so I'm getting up and I'm glad I've got these wee routines, because see, once I get up and I get my bath and that, I'm like, ah, right, I've done the hard part. What I tell myself for every time I jump in the bath, this is the hardest thing I'll do today.
Aye.
And it is. So it's always, as I say, when before it, I'm like, oh fuck, man, I'm fucking need to jump in this. See, the minute I do it, I'm coming out like, ah, I fucking done it.
Aye.
That's going to be good for the brain somehow.
Mate.
Surely, man.
I love all that stuff and all.
But I see how you're saying, like, changing the mind, like reading a book, and there's a thing called neuroplasticity, and that's the physical change in your brain. See, when you keep doing stuff, you can actually physically change your brain. So if you were to go scan to scan, it is actually changing.
It's definitely truth to it, mate, know what I mean?
With gambling and all, man, I mean, like going talking to my doctor and that as well, is that you need to realise that has completely rewired your brain. Like, in terms of a quick example I can give is, I remember seeing machines in the bookies. Like the roulette machines and that. So I would take, and I mean, explain this to my dad, and I mean, I can remember the look in his face. He was like, ah, fuck, I think that was when he realised, like, he's in deep here. Like, I would take out a handful of change, right, coins, but see, when I looked at it, all I could see was, say, £3. I knew how many numbers that would cover on the roulette. That's all I seen when I looked at money. Like, it was just gambling tokens. So you need to completely strip that back. You need to rewire it, and it's a tough process.
Oh, aye, definitely, because it's once it's wired in your head, man, it is, it's fucking, it's like a withdrawal almost, know what I mean?
Definitely.
Plus, sorry, let you go.
Withdrawal, when I say there's no physical symptoms, there ain't none. I lost a lot of weight. I'm already quite skinny, that's why I need to go to the gym and that, but I'd lost a bit of weight, looked pure gaunt to face, but see, when I actually was stopping, I always tell a story, but my mum came in to wake me up to go help my dad over at the shop. She came in, shouted, didn't wake up. Pulled the covers away, and I was shaking and I was sweating. She said I looked like somebody who was coming off of heroin. My mum's a nurse. I looked like somebody who was coming off of heroin. And see, my dreams, they were terrifying. Got to the point where I didn't even I would hate going to sleep because the dreams I were having were absolutely mental. I had seizures and that as well for years.
Was that coming off of gambling, aye?
During gambling, I was putting myself in so much. They were called dissociative seizures. So
I think I've heard of something like that.
Aye, and
so basically, explain it. But it was like,
so what was the first one? Basically, what was happening was, or I believe anyways, my brain was just under that much stress that was just overloading, and I was having seizures. I was in hospital for about 5 days. First kind of batch I had, because they were terrible. Pissing myself and that, do you know what I mean? Aye, and they were bad. And that went on for a while during gambling. They went away, right, and then I was in a car crash, like, not last year, but a year before, and then I smashed my head like through a windscreen. So I think from now I have seizures, but I'm on epileptic like tablets and that, just to kind of hang. But see, first like full backs and that, they were just put down to being, my brain was just under so much fucking stress constantly.
I've heard of that disassociation. I've heard that people, it's like, aye, and they've been under that much stress. It's like the body that like disassociation is, and the word, it's like they felt strange in their own body.
Aye.
It's like they didn't feel right in their own body, you know what I mean? It is a heavy thing, it's a lot of stress. I think it's like the brain's under that much stress, it's just kind of detaches itself, you know what I mean? It kind of like, fucking right, I need to kind of get out of this kind of thing. But see, you're saying with your seizures, have you ever tried CBD oil?
No, I've seen a couple of people talking about it, I've never really read about it.
I've heard that's meant to be brilliant for epilepsy and that, and seizures.
Joe Rogan talking about it.
Because I'll tell a story, I'm sure my pal won't mind me telling this, because I'm always quite sceptical what I see in videos on Facebook and that kind of thing. And I always used to see like somebody like taking a seizure or something, then somebody give him CBD oil and they'd be brand new and I'd be like, right, is this real or what? But my pal, his dad had dementia, and it was really far gone. He was about 70 odds, but he was originally from England, but he was sitting like a pub in Renfrew thinking he was in England. He was picking up his pint thinking it was a set of car keys. He was really far gone. And my pal kind of talked his man to give him CBD oil and that. His man was a nurse, so she was kind of like that, right? Obviously, that way you're thinking, like, know what I mean? She didn't know what it is, and it's always get that bad rep. I eventually talked her into giving him it, and she started giving him it. And within a few weeks, it was back to normal. Even the nurses and that, see the doctors like that, we've given you every medication under the sun, it's completely reversed it.
I've heard some stories like that, that's incredible. People with crippling arthritis can't get out of bed and they start taking it.
There's a few people I speak to. I was I say that she had some kind of nervous disorder. It was kind of, she could go through phases like where she would like lose all kind of control of her limbs and stuff, and she would need to kind of like train them back. It was some kind of nervous system disorder. And she says, I think she takes kind of seizure, and then she says the CBD oil helped with it. She like helped me. So I'd maybe look into it, man. Get a bash. Obviously do a wee bit of homework, because there's that many places that sell it, know what I mean? So you're like, it's best to look about. But there's a thing on Instagram called Supreme CBD. I would check them out. I've had them off there. Their stuff's actually quite good. And plus, and all, see if it's your first time, you give them a message. I think they give you like half price. If it's your first time,
I'll have a look at it, man.
You can get all sorts of stuff like CBD. The oil's the best you can get, but you can get CBD green. You can smoke. You can fucking get CBD gummy bears. You can get if you've got let's see fucking sore fucking elbow or something, you can get CBD rub and all that shit. You get fucking it's in everything, man.
It's mad, isn't it?
But so what's your plans for the future then? Get the debt paid, then what's it after that?
So debt's nearly done now, man, thank fuck. But just pay that off and then keep building this.
That's it. So is this like your full-time kind of job?
Full-time job now. So I started like doing subscriptions just for people to like help it, because I kept getting people saying, listen, are you set up? So I'm set up as a community interest company. So it's got like charitable status, so people kept saying, can I like donate money to help you donate money to schools and all that, and I was like, well, obviously can't just take fucking money off people, do you know what I mean? It needs to be regulated. So set up as a community interest company, started the subscriptions. They started like £1 a month, and it's took off. Like people are getting behind and helping it and that, because the thing is, and I don't slate them, well, I probably do a bit, but there's a lot of like gambling prevention companies and that, and they get their money directly from the gambling industry. So the way it works is, like, say Ladbrokes or that get fined, right? They'll get fined 25 grand or something for some incident. That money then gets put onto a list of, there's a list of like companies and charities who are gambling related, who then receive that money in order to like fund projects. So I got offered to go on that list, and I said no. I've been offered like money, apply for the national lottery, and that. I've said no. Like, to me, it's blood money. I just couldn't fucking take it.
It's also almost been hypocritical to a sense. Not I mean, you're like, I want to get people happy. The money's basically coming for. That's it. Basically, if you trace it back, it's coming for the punters. Know what I mean?
Definitely, man. So that's set up. Probably need to apply for a bit of funding to get myself kind of figuring that. But to be honest, as I said, with money, man. See, once I'm paid back, I'm not fucking mad like that. Like some of my pals and some people I know, they race to be a millionaire, but I don't give a fuck.
It's not the be all and end all in it, man.
No, it's like this, mate. Like, I don't look to where I'll be in 5 years and pure, let's say, professional. Like, I've got a professional club in football. that I'm hoping to like partner with for this year, in order to like work with their academy and work with community group and that. So that would be a good uni if that works out. But I'm not thinking like 5 years ahead, man. It's just every day.
I just taking a day at a time.
I love the process of it, man. I love getting up and all the different things. You make mistakes like anything else, but you just got to
you
learn.
That's what you learn. That's what it's
If
it wasn't for mistakes. If it wasn't for your mistakes, you wouldn't be probably where you're now. Know what I mean? As with most people. But as you're saying, it's better taking it one day at a time because it's the full mystery in it. And plus, and also, you actually coming back to an addiction, like. You're like every day as adolescent, like every day without that, you're like fucking every day I've got control. It's like getting one day your life back, one day at a time.
I've never been so happy in my life, and I mean, even at times like this, and I don't like saying that when I know a lot of people are struggling because it is a tough time for a lot of people. But happy as anything, man. No, I'm doing really is going a walk each day, exercising, but see, just no gambling, man. Just happy as I can be, and knowing that there's opportunities there for me now as well to start getting out of it. I feel like it's made me a better person. I know I was probably, I wouldn't say I was arrogant or nothing, but I was like, see, in terms of say like mental health stuff, like anxiety and depression and all that, when I was younger I kind of thought, fucking just go over it, do you know what I mean? It's sad to say now, but
no, I'm sure everybody's probably thought that at one point.
Addiction, things like that, I didn't understand it, and it was probably all me. But now, it humbles you, like, fuck, that's it.
I can kind of vouch for that. I'm a different person now, and I'm glad for it. Know what I mean? When I look back, I'm like, fuck, sometimes cringe, like, fuck, I used to think I was brilliant, but then I look back, I was a fucking selfish dick, man.
I'm the same, mate, big time.
So it's good. These experiences, as brutal as they are, going through them, man. You look at it. You look at your position you're in now, man, you wouldn't have been through that if it wasn't for it, know what I mean? You're helping a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are probably, it would obviously it never happened to yourself, maybe people would have ended up doing something daft, know what I mean? But speaking to yourself or seeing yourself, and it's even, people don't even need to mess you, they'll just see like a young boy, you know what I mean? And he's managed to turn his life around, I can do that.
I mean, I've had plenty, man. A boy tagged me and I hang on Twitter the other day and I couldn't even remember messaging him, and they said, that's me, 3 months to the day since I stopped gambling, blah blah blah, want to thank Paul Pettigrew. And I was like, fuck, he's fucked that up, I can't even mind messaging him, man. And I was like, fuck, I hope he's not got that wrong. And end up going on Twitter and I looked back and it was literally right at the very start. He messaged me like, love your videos, mate, keep them up or something. It was one of the kind of first messages I'd had in that sense. I was like, fuck it, if it goes through to one person, that's good. And then I hadn't spoke to him since, a couple of messages after that, and then got here. I was like,
fucking brilliant. It's like, see, if you help one person, mate, you fucking help them all. It's worth it, know what I mean?
Aye.
And that's a positive comes with it.
Aye.
But see, you're talking about your subscriptions. You want to say like how people could help subscribe to you then?
Aye, so the link is in the bio on Instagram. So the Instagram says Gamtalk_UK. And aye, links in the bio. They start at £1 a month, and anything at all is appreciated, man.
Aye, it does have. Obviously, we'll put a link to your Instagram and that there as well, and any other social media things you want. But I can vouch for it. I see, obviously, if you follow his page, you see him on Paul's story and that. He's always, like, you're gifting like Kindles and stuff to schools. You're always getting there. I've seen you putting up, what was it, Christmas? You were looking to give somebody an iPad. Was it an iPad, am I right?
Christmas, there was two kind of families in my area. One, that kind of young lassie about my age, and her house had burnt in like in November, so they nothing, so helped him out with stuff then. And then I gained Kindles to Wayne's now that don't have any way to like learn at home and that, paying for somebody's Wi-Fi and all. So it's different things like that. Just putting the money back into people that really need it.
Aye. So is this just people that are struggling, or is it people who contacted you or that?
Some people have contacted me, and then one school, so a primary school in my area, seen my story and said, listen, like, our budget doesn't quite stretch to a point where we can get some of these Waynes, and it's a sin, man. I don't mean it to sound like a pure angel or nothing, but yeah, man, there's actually Waynes that are sitting in their house now and they can't even learn. Do you know what I mean? I think it's fucking shocking, man.
It's times like these, man, know what I mean? Because it's right now, it's like, it's hard enough as it is for people that have got the stuff, know what I mean? And to see, try to imagine people that's in a position of got nothing, they need all the help they can get.
When I even look back to when I was younger, man, like when my mum and dad were like right struggling, I don't think we'd have fucking, I mean, they'd ended up finding a way to go and get it, but I think people that are in a lot worse situation than what I was in, they just can't afford to go and get these things, do you know what I mean? Kindles and ways of learning. It's fucking sin, man.
I was the same myself growing up, know what I mean? It was like, I never wanted for nothing but money, my man. It was just my man, know what I mean? And it was quite tough, know what I mean, with money in that house, but every Christmas I always had stuff to open, know what I mean? And I always had everything to ask for, know what I mean? Never once. And I never appreciated it, know what I mean? And it's like, look, there's people, know what I mean, that wake up and through no fault of their own, know what I mean? It's not even a lot of people it's just have no jobs, and times like this especially they're getting paid off, know what I mean? It's a horrible thing for brains to wake up and not have a Christmas present. I was lucky enough never to suffer like that, but it's good you're able to fucking...
I mean, a boy in my class, his story stands with me my whole life, man. I remember we all went back after the Christmas break and we were asking, I was in primary school and we were all talking about what we got, man. But as I said, we get spoiled rotten. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but we get spoiled rotten. And I mean, this boy in my class, and people were asking him what he got, and the teacher went round, and I always think, what was that teacher thinking on? She went round and she asked him, so that, David, what did you guys, me and my sister got a couple of videos. Alright, what else? Oh, nothing, we just did that, got a couple of videos and watched them, man. Fucking heart breaks every time I think about it, man. I'm like,
because back then you're probably like that off, how the fuck you only getting videos?
Exactly,
like,
mate.
you're like, I know what you're something, you're like, I know, like, fucking hell, man. Like,
devastating, man.
I know, that was a different time back then, know what I mean? Especially, it's what teachers know what I mean. I don't think they get away with asking questions like that now. Maybe
I still get on for wins, you know what I mean? So
I know.
Every time I ask, mate, just try to help whenever you can. That's the whole thing, it's a community interest company, so not only do I want to, but you need to be seen to be giving back, which is fine with me anyway. I'm happy to help out wherever I can. But it funds all like work with schools and hang here at else. They would be coming out of my pocket because I don't get funding or that now, do you know what I mean? So, but that's
fucking brilliant. It's amazing you've managed to fucking turn your life. You see, for obviously going back to like you're borrowing off people and all that shit, it was always take, and know what I mean, like not being able to give back. Now you're managed to give back to them, then like that, right? I'm wanting to actually give back to people that need it. So you managed to, would you say if, not to say it was obviously a good time, but if you look at it, see if they never get addicted to gambling, would you find yourself doing that? Probably no. I think so.
No.
So it just shows you it's like the harshest lessons in life, know what I mean? And it teaches you and it makes you into the person you be. I believe it does, as you say, everything happens for a reason. I believe you're destined for a path, know what I mean?
Aye, definitely.
But it's fact you're only 24, know what I mean? It's right now, it's taking off. You've got 37 posts on Instagram.
I think so.
No many, know what I mean? You get what, a few thousand followers?
I think about 3,000 or something.
Exactly, know what I mean? So it's blown up, and as you say, there's maybe probably a couple of gambling like kind of like helplines and stuff like that, but you don't see somebody that's just so. Like, a lot of them are like kind of companies. You're just doing this off your own back, and it's basically your own just Instagram putting up, and you're putting up your videos every day, keeping your content. You're actually people are seeing that. Like, this guy's doing it. He's selling. Know what I mean?
It's weird, man. You get people. A woman messaged me yesterday, and she runs a thing called, I better not say it, but she runs like a gambling help kind of company, and she asked me to do a bit of work with her. And she went to Harvard Uni.
Really?
She went to Harvard Uni. She runs a. She used to work for Betfred, and she used to work for Gala Casino, and now she's. I think somebody in her family like struggled a bit with gambling, so she used to be on like a kind of industry side. Now she's trying to go on the compliance side, like basically what I'm doing. But she's not got a speaker. She's not got somebody. She keeps getting asked to do events, but she's not got any gambling harm herself. So kind of working in that sense. But like she's for London and then partnering with a mob in England next year. And he's like, I was talking to somebody the other day about your work, and I was like, oh, brilliant, never thought any. And I got off the phone and I thought, he's from Newcastle. That's weird that he's like. People are talking about it, and that's but that's just social media for you, innit? It just spreads.
It's the power of social media, how far it can stretch.
I mean, it gets slated everywhere, but if you use it well, it has its benefits.
It is, because see when you look at it, man, it's even I compare, like, see my videos and stuff like that, if I could make a comparison. See if I was wanting, see, like you can reach, see it says reaches like 20,000 people and shit like that. See if I wanted to reach 20,000 people with a tune, I'd need to go and fucking gig for about a year, up and down the country, sleepless nights. I'm able to do this off a fucking phone for my, not even leaving the house. It is so, you have, as much as it's got its fucking its yin and yang in it, man. It's got its good points and bad points.
It's like everything else, innit?
I know, it's just trying to find what works for you, but it's the fact you've only started this, but not even that, well, really got this up and running, not even a year.
Not 5 months.
5 months? Fuck's sake, I thought you were meaning it was like closer to like 8 or something, man.
Oh, 5 months. It was 2nd of September I stuck my first Instagram post up.
Really? Aye?
Aye, so, as I said, mate, that week on the streets, that really kind of boosted it, because my mum and dad ended up, so it wasn't a week, I'll be honest, it was 5 nights. It was Monday to Friday, 5 nights, and obviously I'm not from here, so I was just staying it up here, and my mum and dad come up on the 5th night, because we'd hunters sleeping bags and jackets, scarves, gloves to give out to people. It wasn't myself bought them, it was a woman from my area. She's just done it for him back, never wanted mentioned or nothing. Honestly, mate, she must have spent about £1,500 just to go and do it. So they come up with 2 bags, and I was 2 bin bags full, and I was like walking away, and my mum and dad were walking back to the car, and a woman walked by, like a lassie my age with her pal, and she's like, I've been seeing your videos, by the way, well done. And I was like, fucking celebrity. My dad's like, how does she know him? That my dad, he's never had a Facebook, Twitter or nothing, man.
Oh, really? So he's like that?
He was asking me the other day, he was sending messages about the shop to a guy that's like kind of involved with him in the shop, and he's like, how do I send this through Snapchat? And I'm like, what? Snapchat, what the fuck you want him for? He's like, I don't know, it just gets set up on the phone. I'm like, off these up to negative. I need to turn my mom about it, but it was WhatsApp.
Was it WhatsApp?
I was like, you fucking donkey. The
older generation, man, it's like fucking, honestly God, it's like being a caveman, a fucking rocket.
That's
or something like that, man.
But aye, so like things like that, mate, when you hear people and they see what you're doing, it's good, mate. It's good.
It's brilliant. People love to see, especially if fucking you're helping people, man. It's like people appreciate it, know what I mean? Plus the word of mouth gets about, and as you're saying, it's 5 months and it is blown up for there. You know, it's only going to get bigger. And the opportunities are right now. You're getting opportunities and where everything's shut. No, I mean, wait till
that's the thing as well. I've got to be positive where I can. Like fucking, I couldn't have imagined this all happening even in normal times. Do you know what I mean? The opportunities that I'm getting in that. So to happen in times like this, it's fucking brilliant.
Aye, definitely is.
It's brilliant. But to be fair, man, I mean, it's not. I work every day, every fucking hour that I'm awake. You know what it's like when you day that you're passionate about, man. Like, that's why I need to work in my sleep. I can't sleep because my brain comes alive after 10 o'clock. That's when I get my ideas and that. I leave a notepad beside my bed, and fucking all the time where I'm texting myself, shows my text, it's always messages like of, most of it's shite, but some of it's good ideas for like content or somebody to message the next day. And I need to work on that, man. Try to switch off.
No, but see, to be honest, see, like late at night, that's when you're most creative. I find I'm the exact same. See, I was the same. I was up 5 this morning writing down fucking. I used to do like go to the mad open mics and that, and I can't mind. It was like it was a group chat, and it was like an open mic once for like a mad bar, and the guy like, wrote in it again. He's like, "Listen, go to a Zoom call on Friday if anybody's up for it." And I was like, "Fucking like to get back into it." Last night I was just lying. I wasn't thinking about it, and I just started fucking writing it, and I basically just went right through it and got it, and it just came out of nowhere. It is, and that's like me most nights. I usually. I knew at a point I'm like, right, it's 11 o'clock, see if I've been trying to figure out like see song lyrics or something, I'm like 11 o'clock, right, should be able to get it now, know what I mean? It is, I think it is an actual thing with your brain, it is actually what you think of the greatest idea.
I'm a slow starter and all though, like in the morning that I'll check my emails and I'll check my messages and stuff, but I can't really get in and going at that time. I hate even meetings early in the morning, I'm not switched on at all. And later on, you can't ask somebody like a head education for a Zoom call at 11 at night, you know what I mean? No, mate, so it's things like that, creative at night, but it's got to, that's all it is, just try to keep being a bit different, talk about different things, not be run of the mill, you know what I
mean? Make it relatable as well, know what I mean? Make people who's watching it, know what I mean, like actually speak to them directly. And plus, I know, but you're touching on your own experiences as well, so that's where people most relate. But the fact that you're young, know what I mean, that's on your side too. Because know what I mean, it's like, because I find it's a lot of young guys are getting into like bad gambling issues. No, I've had a few pals that have been right into it, know what I mean?
It's mad. It's just the thing is, and this is why I'm like, trying to go to schools and that, because you're growing up in an era now where it's everywhere, it's polluted everywhere. You can't go an hour on the telly or.
No, they're starting to do advertisements before they never used to advertise gambling.
Every football game you watch, the teams are sponsored by gambling. Thingies, billboards on the side, gambling. YouTube. You watch a video, the adverts are gambling, about 1 in every 3 at least. It's everywhere, and that's all Wednesday. They'll watch football, they watch YouTube or things like that. So they're growing up and they're going to try it. They're going to try it, but you need to make sure that they understand that it can be just as
aware of the dangers.
That's it, mate.
Plus, I know, see, we having, you know, you can just before, but you'd had to, if I want to gamble, I need to go to the bookies. Now I can fucking do it without. Whilst I'm doing a shite. I mean, you can do it, you can honestly.
As my feather once said to me, you've got a casino in your house 24/7.
That's it, man, and it's never because you've always got your phone on you, so no matter where you're, it's not as if, right, I'll go a wee walk and get away from it. You get your phone like that, fucking it is hard, know what I mean?
They're a real cruel world, man, as well. Like, fucking, in terms of incentivising you into it, like, we already just keep going.
Fire away, you keep talking, mate.
See, when I was 18, I get made a VIP member for Casino Glasgow at 18, and I thought so
what does that mean?
So see, I can walk right to the front of the line and I get more points on my card and different things like that. I get free drink whenever I was in. I could get a meal, cups of tea, all that. So at 18, me and the lassie I was with at the time, I was like, this is fucking brilliant. You think you're a dog's bollocks, no? And especially at Christmas time, whenever you go on a night out, whenever we went a night out in Glasgow anyway, obviously if we come up here it was like a big night out, so when we come up there was always at the end of the night a queue for the casino again, because it was always like
because
right
it's
till
like
morning.
everywhere's shut, everything goes to the casino.
So see, when I used to be able to walk up Black Kid, man, oh yeah, mate, I fucking
you feel like the man,
mate.
aye.
Right, so I would do that, right, and as well, I remember I get invited to a Christmas dinner when I was 18 in a casino I know, where the managers, it wouldn't have been the owner of the whole company, but like the managers and a couple of other kind of players, like select players. So I took, as I say, my birthday time, we were up and I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Full 3-course meal paid for. There was a raffle that you didn't need to, like, you were already entered, won £150, but they were giving away fucking TVs and iPads and all that at the time. So at the time I was like, aye, it's, but you look back now and you think all they were doing was just suckering me in to bleed me dry. But see, when you really look back at it, like I've got a nephew now, he's 12, and see if I thought in 6 years like somebody was like incentivising him to go there, I'd be fucking strangling people.
Definitely.
See if I was like a drug dealer like up trying to lure people,
it's
lure
the
young boys,
it's the same idea,
thing,
innit?
mate. I'd be kicking off. You go into bookies and that as well, man, and I see young boys that are getting like, they get fucking free tickets to play machines and all that different thing. It's a cruel game, man. They're horrible. I seen an article not that long ago, somebody tagged me in on Twitter, and it was William Hill Paddy Power get caught out for having basically what they were doing was they were exploiting good looking women to work in shops to get people from William Hill over to go into M.
Fuck's sake, man.
That's actual exploitation of people, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Horrendous. Fucking hell, man. Because when you look at, see, you compare it like a drug dealer, like fucking getting somebody, like see somebody on the smack, so just to get a punter, you look at it like, that's a fucking low scumbag. Maybe it's pretty much this. It's not the same thing, but it's pretty much the fucking same idea.
It's the same idea, but it's just legalised. Do you know what I mean? But you imagine somebody in your life, a young boy, 18 or that, and a drug dealer was offering them, I don't know, like deals or whatever to get them a date with somebody in your life, man. You'd be getting a holiday, man.
100%, man. It's fact, it's legal. It's like it seems like a norm, but it's pretty much the same fucking idea.
The thing is as well, though, I was doing that and think that they were my pals in there, but twice, mate. And God's honest truth, I left the casino twice in there, and it was too late to get a train. I'd spent my 40 quid. I gave my 40 quid to the guy that worked on the door one night, and the guy that worked on the door was a sound cunt, but there was a couple of them. One of them kind of looked after me. He'd come up, I mind keep that £40. You want me to keep it for me? So I'd give him my 40 quid and he would make sure I didn't spend it in that. Right. But there was one I gave it to one night, and then I went out the door. I was like, can I have that, mate? Blah blah. Aye, here you go. Gave me my taxi money, went in, fucked it, and had to walk home. From here and I just walked to like Paisley. And my dad came and got us.
Fuck's sake,
phoned him at 4 in the morning. And I didn't know where the fuck I was going. I was walking down, see past that Hilton.
Aye.
And I was like, right, I can't go there, that's a fucking motorway. Turning back, and I was actually, I mean, I know it's pure stupid, but I was 18 or 19, I was in tears, man. I'm like, ah, it's fucking Glasgow, I don't know what's going on, I've just lost all this money. You know what I mean? You're kicking a boy out in the fucking street.
Aye, at least for the money you fucking get, at least give you a fucking score for the taxi.
I have to phone my fucking feather like, oh yeah, I was up and all my pals went home and I fell asleep, and then I get kicked out of a club and fucking he come pick me up and that. He knew something was going on, he just didn't quite know what at the time.
Didn't know really how to approach it.
But no, I mean, look back now and I think that's fucking madness, honestly, man.
Did you drink a lot when you were gambling?
Didn't drink, mate, because it was money that could have been spent on
gambling. Right?
See, now I love a drink, man. Like Saturday night, I'll not now in lockdown that, because I'm one. If I'm in the house on it, I hate it, man. I need to get out. Right. But no, I look back in the M times, I know 18 to 21, all my pals out all the time, and I fucking missed out and all that pure brilliant stage where some fucking
make up for it now, innit?
I knew I am every Saturday. Some of them get weighed, some of them all get bloods that, but fuck them.
Dragging a bit of chat with a lot more, for fuck's sake.
Pure realise, so I missed it. It's not a problem, but there's nothing wrong with a fucking
Saturday night. What's wrong with it? No, I mean, you deserve it after fucking, no, I mean, you've fucking been through a lot, no, I mean, and plus, now it's like you're at a point you're doing well, know what I mean? So you deserve it, you owe it to yourself, know what I mean?
I think you need to have some form of fucking
you need to like your hair
don't you? Some way.
Man. But have you anything else you want to kind of promote or that or anything?
No, mate, just if people want to go and have a look. I don't, if you like it, then good, aye.
That's it, it's Gamtalk, is it Gam_talk?
No, Gamtalk and then score like UK.
Gamtalk_UK on Instagram. Have you Twitter or Facebook? Oh, it's got a Gamtalk, or is it just personal?
No, it's just Twitter's just Paul Pettigrew 8.
Is it?
But all the main stuff is on Instagram. So
perfect. Make sure and check him out, and obviously give the guy a subscription if he's can. I'm going to do it after this, know what I mean? Because it is, as you say, it's non-profit, so it's all going back into the community, helping schools and that. It does go a long way. But cheers for coming this way, my man. Fucking brilliant. Nice speaking to you, my man. Premeditated batter. Catchies.